Welcome back. So we're just going to go in straight away and meet me in a downward facing dog. And if you didn't do the soft part of this class before, go ahead, do any stretches, any exploration. Otherwise, I invite you to be still. Pressing your fingers, lift your sits bone high, and maybe even imagine you're spreading the skin in your armpit. And feel the space that we've created. Relax your skull, soften the sides of your neck. And just 2 deep belly breaths here. And drawing your navel, your stomach in deeply as you breathe out each time. On your next inhale, press down through your left foot and float your right leg high up and towards the sky. Noticing the difference between your hips open versus if you look at your toes in the sky, imagine you're sucking this foot in your face. And squeeze your butt to lift the leg behind. We'll take one more inhale right here. And exhale, looking forward. Slowly bend the knees, shoulder, round the back and float. Just for a second, pressing down. Can you press your fingertips around the back, lift your knee even higher, and maybe imagine you're trying to hover your right foot just for a second above the floor, and step this foot between your hands. And from here, press your back heel forward, squeeze your legs together to lift up, arms in towards the ceiling. Imagine you're trying to squeeze your legs towards one another. Draw your stomach and maybe lean back just a touch. From here, bend the elbows, fingertips finding the side of your head. Lengthen through the chest and your spine as you breathe in. And exhale, pointing your left elbow forward, right elbow back. And as you stay here, imagine you're spreading your elbows back behind you. And feel the space between your shoulder blades, just very lightly squeezing. And just one more time, inhale, forward, turning. And exhale, left elbow forward, right elbow back. Squeeze your elbows behind you. And this time, right arm down, and left arm up. Maybe even look down at your right hand, finding the thigh. Keep pressing into your left foot forward, squeeze your legs as you come forward and up, arms into the sky. Inhale. And exhale, draw your stomach in. Imagine you're trying to vacuum round the back as you're slowly releasing your hands down, either side of the leg. Straighten your right leg, inhale, lengthen your spine forward. And exhale, folding deeply. Inhale your spine forward. And exhale, folding. As you stay this time, push into your right back toe and draw your butt, the outer butt, away from you. And maybe noticing the opening along the outer side of the thigh. And this time looking forward, soften your right knee. And slowly springing. Press into your right heel. And still pushing this butt away from you. And feel that the whole outer side of the leg has to work just a touch. Lengthen your chest before you fold. If this feels incredible, uncomfortable, it's crazy, bend your knees soft, maybe find something underneath your hands. Otherwise, work on lifting your back leg up and away from the floor. Maybe you even grab hold of your thigh, your calf with your right hand, pulling up energetically. And from here, releasing your hands, lengthen the spine as you breathe in. As you breathe out, flex the foot, bring it forward, suck and round your body. Hover this left foot, wiggle, 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 and step the foot down. little wave from side to side. Bend your knees, lengthen the spine forward as you breathe in. Dropping your chest, relax the skull as you breathe out. This time lean back, bend your knees, reaching your arms forward, up, and squeeze your butt as you come up to standing, look up. Next up, open your arms out, palms pressing the air as you float back down to your side. Inhale, turning your palm, lifting the air around you and look up. And next, as you press, suck your stomach, soften your knees to fold. Fingertips in front of your toes or onto support. Inhale, press your fingers and reach your spine forward. And exhale, stomach in as you fold. Inhale, one more time, lengthen. Exhale, spread your fingers as you step back into a plank position. And just play with this plank a little bit, noticing the difference between if you stick your butt up, drop your belly and looking forward, versus if you do the opposite. Press your baby fingers round and lift the heart. Then look at your stomach and squeeze your buttock. And from here, take inhaling forward. Lower your knees, slowly lower your chest, your whole body down. Point your toes back behind you. And from here, lift your shoulder up towards your face, squeeze and roll your shoulder blade towards one another. And really imagine you're trying to lift your elbows in to touch one another. And from here, lift your nose, and instead of cranking your neck, imagine you're trying to reach your neck long the whole way. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. As you slowly begin to lift your chin, maybe you slowly begin to open up the front of the body. And trying to use majority of your back muscle, that means maybe your fingers will float off of the floor. And slowly releasing your chest, fingers, chin, forehead back down. Press into your fingertips, tap your toes, and vacuum your stomach away from the ground. As you inhale, press down, lift your stomach up or forward. Then exhale, back and up into your downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths once again. Your stomach in as you breathe out. Press down through your right foot, floating your left leg back and up as you inhale. And exhale, bend the knee, round the spine, coming forward as far forward as you can without stepping. Noticing if you stack your chest versus if you press actively, lift your heart and your leg away from the floor. Maybe you even let the foot hover before you step it down. Bend your knees just a touch, squeeze your legs towards one another, find that integrity before you push your left foot to lift up. Arms into the sky. Keep the feeling that your right hip's coming forward as you straighten the right thigh. No twist on one side. Bend your elbows, fingers on the side of your skull. Lengthen through the spine as you breathe in. And exhale, turning and twisting to the left side, right elbow forward. As you turn, squeeze your elbows back behind you. And one more time, inhale, turning. And then exhale, chest to the left. And this time, left arm is going to find maybe back, maybe hip, maybe the thigh. Right arm up and over, looking down. Draw your stomach in, squeeze your legs as you come forward and up, arms into the sky. And exhale, vacuum your stomach as you reach your arms forward to low. Straighten your left leg, inhale forward with the spine. And exhale, lift your toes and fold. Inhale forward through the spine. And exhale, folding. This time inhale forward. Next up, press through your left foot, squeeze your butt back as you float your back leg, toes away from the ground. Little moment, calibrate, grab your blocks if you need to. Take an inhale from the spine. And next up, keep your butt squeezed back as you fold and lifting the opposite foot away from the floor. Option, grabbing the back of your calf. This is the first one, take it easy. And from here, lengthen the spine as you breathe in. Press your fingers round the back as you suck this leg forward. Hover, lift, 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 and step. Moving through the hips, bending through the knees. Letting go of any remaining residual tension. Here, lengthen the spine as you breathe in. And folding deeply as you breathe out. Weight in your heels, soften your knees as you reach your arms all the way. Look up. Knees are pressing the air away. Shoulders slowly drop as you breathe out. You're now flipping your palms and floating, reaching your side body long. Look up. Legs are pressing the air as you suck your stomach, folding. Chest towards the thigh, fingertips in front. Inhale, lengthen the spine, shoulders down and away. Next, hands down, walking this time directly, downward facing dog. One deep breath more. Move a tiny bit faster this time. Right leg float, inhale. And exhale, stepping, no sound between the hands. Your left foot down. Press your hand onto your right thigh to come up. And just like we did in the softer portion of the class, use your hand to spin. So it feels like you're spinning your outer hip, your outer leg downwards towards the floor. Right? And from here, stay or begin to bang the back knee and grab hold of the foot. Before you sink, move your butt back and touch your butt towards the heel. And imagine you're trying to grab your mat with your knee. Pull your mat forward and feel the calf, the front of your thigh starting to cry. And keep that as you sink your hips, any amount forward. It feels very strong when you do it like that. And last breath in, keep dragging your knee forward to the front of the mat. And releasing the back foot, hands down, come back. Your hands on the inner side of the right foot. And from here, lift your back knee. I'm just gonna rock a little bit forward and back. If you have extra space, you're welcome to lower elbows. And keeping the integrity of the leg so you're not sagging, push your foot to the floor and actively lift your thighs, your legs towards one another, just a touch as you do that. And from here, hands down on the floor again, and your back heel on the ground, toes pointing out. And your right hand, your right arm is gonna press right on the inner thigh and back, and lifting your left arm up. As much as you feel like you're reaching back, reach your shoulder back, but push your hand forward. So you have a sort of tension and traction in your thigh, or your arm itself. Last breath. And look down, bring your right hand on the floor, and your left hand is gonna find your waist. From here, press your hand and step your right leg, right foot in front of your left. Push the floor away, squeeze your side body to lift high, so it feels like your shoulder is no longer on top of the wrist. That's kind of the point. Reach your left arm up. Maybe keep lengthening forward and down. From here, looking down, hands on the floor, switching, turning your toes. And from here, once again, right leg lifting back and up as you inhale. And exhale, this time bend the knee. And bring it towards the left side. Turn your toes one more time where you were before. This time, hook this right foot on top of the thigh. Left hand, find that hips again. Just a little activation. Squeeze your legs towards one another and slowly begin to straighten your bottom leg. Flex the foot. Do 2 more. Bend the knee and straighten. Bend it and straighten. And from here, lower this leg towards the floor. Push your hips and slowly reaching your left arm up and away. Maybe you can look up. And from here, turning down. Press your hands down. Okay, stay a moment first. Push the floor, suck your stomach. Squeeze your inner thighs to lift your back leg, your bottom leg away from the floor. Bend the knee and jam it forward behind the wrist. Just a little pigeon. And walking your left foot, your left leg longer behind you. Before you fall, squeeze your legs towards one another, testing can you lift your fingertips off of the floor. If you need to take an alternative for a pigeon, do that. Maybe lying on your back. If your knee doesn't feel good in this, please skip it instead. When you're ready, lower onto your elbows, chest, any height that suits you. We're still keeping a little bit of magnetism, so you're drawing this right hip backwards and you're drawing your back leg just a little bit forwards. And to come out, we're just gonna sit all the way to the right. Lean as you roll up through the spine. I'm gonna turn towards you. And once you've done that, grab hold of your left hand onto your right knee, or right calf, right shin, whatever it is. Pulling it just lightly, and don't allow your joints to feel like it's detaching. Pull your arm back towards the back of your heart. And if your right arm up, looking over, as you slowly reaching your fingers. Maybe you touch, maybe you don't. It's not so important. And slowly releasing as you fall forward. Wiping the floor as you come out. Keeping your hips here. And bring your right arm behind you, push the floor. Squeeze your bum as you inhale. Lift your hips forward and up. And imagine you're trying to spread the space between your stomach and your hips. Lifting your stomach, left arm long and away from the toes. Maybe you even bend the elbow and grab hold of behind your head, your neck. And lean back just a touch. Last breath. And slowly releasing your arm to sit back down. If you're facing the correct way, then you slowly swim your hands to the front of the mat, press the floor, and lift yourself into a downward facing dog again. This time left leg high, stepping between the hands. Right knee down. Once again, pressing your thigh. Maybe bending the knee and grab hold of your back foot. If you're grabbing hold of the back foot, use this knee to pull the mat forward so it feels as though you're resisting the direction you're opening. Touch your bum back and keep pulling before you sink your whole hips towards the front of the mat. And this is one of those places that feels very, very stiff after being inside for a long time and after pregnancy for me. And let go. Hands on the inner side of your left foot. Walk this foot a little further out. Lift the back knee. Once again, a little rock. Hands or elbows. I'm quite open after all that, so I have space to do. And keep the integrity in your hips. Draw your legs towards one another. Don't let it just go bleh and flop. Now from here, hands again. Back heel down toes point outwards. Press your leg or your leg and your arm against one another before you lift the right arm up. Bonus point if you draw the shoulder back while pushing your hands forward into maybe a wall you can't see. And you feel your whole arm feels a little bit more active. And keep that as you spin your palm back, touching your hand, binding your lower back. Press your left hand on the floor, push the ground as you step this foot in front. Push into your hands, your shoulder gliding away, side of your body lift high. Take a moment here, squeeze your leg, find that space. This side we'll do it directly. Squeeze your inner thigh so this muscle feels engaged. Bend your bottom knee and lift it high. As you inhale, stay. And exhale, straight and flex the foot. Inhale, bend. And exhale, straighten. Last one, inhale. And exhale, straight. And slowly lower this foot, edge of the foot down. Point your back toes back. Glide your foot as you slowly open the front body arm away. Looking down first, hands down, wiggle, wiggle. Push the floor as you hover. Back leg, squeeze your inner thigh super hard. From here, bending in, jam this. Climbing pigeon on your left leg. Walking your right foot behind you. Once again, lifting your legs towards one another, find your float. The strength from your legs first, before you slowly walk in. Hands, your chest, your head. And keeping your legs drawn in towards one another, just a touch. And to come out, sit onto your left hip, lifting your spine, your upper body, and sit onto your buttock. Right hand grabbing off the leg, shin, ankle, knee, anywhere. Your left arm reaching up and over. Maybe you grab hold of something, maybe not. It's not important. And having a feeling you're still weighing your left side body, your left hip down to the floor. Slowly releasing your chest downwards, your elbows down to come out. Press your hands and bring your left hand back far away from your hips this time. Squeeze your bum as you lift your hips forward and up, spreading the front of your hips as you reach your arms back, maybe bending at the elbows, grab the head behind. To come out, releasing your hips back. And make your way to lie onto your back. Bending your knees, wiping your legs, your knees, your whole hips, one side, the opposite side. And from here, bring your knees above your stomach, dropping them to the left side. Notice how your hips moving away from you. Now use your elbows pressed down to lift your chest, reaching your spine towards the knee. But lift your spine longer and away from the hips at the same time. From here, your right arm, bring it to the left side first. Spread your fingers and lift up, and reaching it long and away from the knees. And I really like to move a little, so move this arm up and down, just a touch. Finding out where you find an acceptable place. Maybe you feel a lot in your front armpit. I do. So choose the spot that's acceptable, comfortable. Come out, draw your stomach in. Feel your shoulder down and slowly press your back, upper back, middle back, and lower back onto the floor. Little movement if it's necessary before you slowly drop these knees down to the right side. And once again, elbows down to walk your chest up and away and further towards the knee. Your left arm this time swimming from the right upwards and open out. So the front of the chest feels with a sense of opening. Maybe even wiping this arm up and down just a touch. Finding a place where you feel just the perfect amount of space. Now push your shoulder, upper back, middle back, lower back, back into the middle, turning. Resetting the position of your spine, your whole body perhaps. Before you slowly straighten the legs, release your arms out. And before you find Shavasana, bring your fingertips on the side of your face, press down. Lift your shoulders for a moment and draw your shoulders away. And rest it back down. So you should feel the shoulder blades tugging down away from the neck and adjusting the whole body. Use a blanket if you want to, if you need to. We're going to take a few minutes here. Then go off any sounds, any deep breaths, sighs out through the mouth. Slowly allowing your mind, your awareness to resurface. Without shifting, without moving just yet, just feel your body. Making movement in your fingers, noticing the movement in the joints, muscles, the skin of your hands, movement in your toes, your neck. If it feels compelling, it sounds nice, take a stretch, arms away from the feet. If you need a bit more time, stay or softly bend the knees and roll onto one side and pulsing on the side. Not losing sight of the softness, press your hands down to help yourself to come up in the sitting position. I'm sitting tall, lean backwards as if you're sitting in a chair. If you want to, you can do it with me. Bring your palms together in front of the chest. And bring our hands in front of the forehead to remind us of clear and loving thoughts. Our hands in front of our heart to remind us of clear and loving intentions. Bring our hands in front of the mouth to remind us of clear and loving communications. Bring the hands back, lift the chest, reminding ourselves of all the positivity, the happiness, the comfort we have in life. And bow the chin.